What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and we recently just got the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer, and recently I did my reaction to the trailer. You can click on the video YouTube card right here and in the description below. But in this video, this will be my trailer breakdown, going over all the Easter eggs, how this and the same Raimi universe and the MCU can connect and cross over into future movies in the near future. So, without further ado, let's get into this breakdown. So the trailer starts in San Francisco, California from the last Venom movie, and then we can see that there's a sign made out of cardboard, maybe from a pizza box from a pizza restaurant, that says rules, no eating people, because that's what Venom does. He just eats people. And then as we take a look around Eddie's apartment, we can see that there are chickens around his apartment, and usually pecking at stuff and pecking around the couch. Then next we see Eddie Brock, and it looks like he's not in a good mood, and if you take a look at his face, we can see that he is miserable because Venom is still in Eddie's body. And then next we see Venom tuning Eddie's radio, which is a Sony brand, and because Venom is a Sony property owned by Sony. In that, we can see that Venom is making Eddie breakfast, and we can see, like, as he is making them, we can see a blood blender splattering liquid all over the place, and then stuff from burning on the stove. And then next, we see Venom open up cabinet doors, grabbing out silverware and plates, and then forcing Eddie in to eat his breakfast, pulling his chair in, and Venom gives Eddie his breakfast, and it looks sort of like a mess. And here's the funny part, which Venom squirts ketchup on Eddie, and then he says yummy, which was kind of funny. Then next, we see Eddie walking to the drugstore, like we saw from the last movie also as well, and then we see that Mrs. Chen is back as the drugstore attendant, and then he says, "Good evening, Mrs. Chen," and Venom says the same thing. And then we see Venom slapping a magazine and putting it back on its shelf. And it looks like a Stan Lee cameo in this scene, because we see that Stan Lee is on the cover of this magazine that Venom is slapping and putting it back on the shelf, sort of like a Stan Lee cameo. Then next, we see a shot of the prison that we saw from the last Venom movie in its post-credit scene, where Cletus Cassidy is in, because if we all remember from the post-credit scene from the first Venom movie, that he promises when he gets out there's going to be carnage. And then next we can see Eddie is sort of like going to visit Cletus again in prison. And then next we see Cletus Cassidy in his prison cell, and it looks like he is turning paper around and drawing on paper. Then next we see security guards about to take something into a private and secret room. And then next we get a glare moving shot of drawings on prison walls. Then next we see Cletus Cassidy, like, in his prison cell again, punching a prison wall. That's mostly because he is angry. Then next we see the Venom attacking someone on the street. This could be a robber robbing a lady, and then as Venom is attacking the robber, he is taking him off the ground and sort of like flipping him or taking him up very high. Then next we see Venom, and it looks like Venom is roaring at a person. We don't know what this person is, but let's see later when the movie comes out. Then next we see Eddie as he is researching Carnage and looking at different drawings, and then we see on his computer it says the Daily Bugle, and as he is researching Carnage as well. Then there is a Spider-Man Avengers Easter egg reference in this trailer, and that is when in this shot of the trailer, in the scene when the detective is looking at the newspaper, we see on the front cover it says the Daily Bugle, and then on the bottom it says the hidden victims of Cletus Cassidy. It says the Daily Bugle on it. And then as he is crumbling up the newspaper angrily, we can see it says sort of like Avengers Nightmare. So with the Avengers in that magazine, this is sort of going to be like an MCU / Sam Raimi universe crossover, because the Daily Bugle is not from the MCU's universe, it's from the Sam Raimi universe, and so with the Avengers on it, it's sort of like an MCU style crossover with the Sam Raimi universe. That means, like, this is a good sign for a Spider-Man and Venom crossover for them to be meeting somewhere down the line in the near future, and then probably in the next Venom movie. Then next, see Eddie is at a restaurant with his girlfriend, played by Michelle Williams, because we know that as his girlfriend from the last Venom movie, because she broke up with him after was fired as a reporter. And then next, we're being taken to the Ravencroft Institute. Now, if we don't know what Ravencroft is, it is the Ravencroft Institute for the Criminally Insane. And now, as we take a look in this institute, we can see that there there are patients about to be tested for a symbiote, and a patient looking like they're enhanced. Then next we hear Cletus say that I've been waiting in the darkness for the rescuer that never comes. Then next we see Cletus in his prison cell again as he is drawing on paper. That we can see that there is a spider on it, and then he immediately squashes it. And now with a spider, this kind of a reference to Spider-Man, because with Venom Let There Be Carnage coming out in September, 3 months before Spider-Man No Way Home, this is a perfect reference to Spider-Man in the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. Or this could be because Spider-Man put Carnage in prison and Spider-Man never came to rescue him. And then we get a glimpse of Cletus in his prison cell, and then he says, "We missed you so much." And then what it looks like to be here is Cletus about to be injected with the Carnage symbiote in his veins. And with that, it sort of triggers him, allowing him to turn into Carnage. And then next, we see Venom jumping from building to building and kind of attacking people. And then we see here, he is attacking the detective who we last saw in the trailer that I was reading from the newspaper that had the Daily Bugle on it. And then we see security guards with their guns about to attack something, because it could be Carnage. And then here it is. We get a half-second shot of Carnage, and it looks like kind of like a Carnage in the trailer of how he looks, because he has like spikes or like long rows of spikes coming out of his back. And this is only for half a second, and then he roars. And then we cut to the title card, Venom Let There Be Carnage. Then at the end of the trailer, we see Eddie going into the drugstore, and the drugstore attendant says, "You're not gonna protect me now." And then lastly, we see Venom on the wall, and looks like he's about to be attacking someone. And with all the Spider-Man and Venom connections, we can see them in the MCU in the near future, and they can meet for the very first time. And so that is going to be it for this trailer breakdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to Venom Let There Be Carnage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.